With India in a very sweet spot, as many people would like to say, with the foreign money coming in, and you have the top bankers and analysts saying that India perhaps is the best bet in the region, would you say we've come that far, even with the kind of issues and problems that we stand on?
So definitely, India has become an attractive investment region for a variety of reasons. One thing is, no other economy is buzzing and they cannot buzz for variety, for so many reasons. You can't just keep growing, there's only to a certain point. Because so many things are still undone in this country with such a large population. Even if you do a few things, suddenly the economy will buzz in a huge way. Because we are a developing nation, that means still there is a lot of things to be done. So obviously there are business opportunities and the world is seeing it, and naturally they will want to invest. Definitely we are moving into a more prosperous arena, but if we don't take care of the fundamentals of soil and water, this could be a huge building without a foundation. We have to strengthen the foundations.
When you talk about the change and the lot of developments that we have seen, the current government, even if you want to look much before as well, the moves are finally showing results. They are yielding results right now. What would you want to see? What is your vision when you look at India 5 years, 10 years down the line from here?
See, what we are looking at is 65% of India's population is in farmland. Very easily we can double or even make their income multiply in the next few years simply by small interventions. For example, we have launched an FPO, that is a Farmers Producers Organization. We are only 3.5 years old, but today we are being rated as one of the best FPOs in the country. But the joke is, we have not done anything. We've really not done anything. All we have done is, I appointed 3 young people, volunteers, who spend 4 or 5 hours a day on their phone, making calls and making deals for the produce. They're all largely coconut and arecanut farmers.
Okay.
Just by adjusting the market where they should go, negotiating prices, their incomes have doubled. So they think we are great. But we have not done anything on the ground. We intend to do, but right now we have not done anything. Just by negotiating on the phone, their income has doubled. If we get down to the ground, I'm very sure, very easily we can multiply their income many times over. For 65% of the population, if their income multiplies, India's economy will go through the ceiling. It may not show in the stock market, but people will live better. Obviously, our purchasing power will be enormous, which will definitely reflect in the stock market also later on.
That really has been one of the concerns when you say that you've introduced some young blood into FPOs and that's really made it work. We have been discussing it, in some time on how agriculture hasn't seen young blood come in for a very long time. You haven't seen new startups here. As we pointed out, there's more migration instead. Not too many farmers want their children to continue into farming. Would you say, as you said, there's a systemic changes that we need to see here, perhaps education-wise as well? People want to study here or study abroad for that matter, or go find jobs, settle outside because of better lifestyles. Do you see India needs to do much more in that direction?
India needs to do a lot to make rural life worth living. Right now, everybody who can escape is escaping. But there are some states which are doing pioneering work. Andhra Pradesh, Telangana stand out in this. Today, the agricultural growth in Andhra Pradesh is 27%. And in Telangana, on the ground, the volume of land being brought under agriculture is increasing simply because they did a simple process called they call this Mission Kakatiya, which is about, digging lakes and ponds all over the state. Over 5 lakh acres they've increased in just 1 year. So agriculture is growing in these states. The same should happen everywhere because we are a 12-month cropping nation. And we have a history of 8–10,000 years of agriculture. We have an intrinsic knowledge about this. If we make use of this and keep our soil and water healthy, we can feed the entire world. That could become our major contribution to the world, and that is a solid ground to stand on, because no matter what happens, people will eat.
Oh yes, wherever the food prices are,
Yes.
and wherever you have to get them from, yes. So, you know, one more thing, while you've taken up this very strong thing about rivers, and you said it's not just geographical, it's the way we will live life 10 years, 20 years down the line. And there are so many other concerns as well. There's about poverty, there's about education, healthcare in India, so many things to still do here. Would you say that there is need perhaps for a lot of leaders like you to come together and, you know, make a bigger difference?
There is definitely a need for everybody to come together if you're looking for solutions. But a whole lot of people are only looking for a debate all the time. I'm not saying we should not debate, but debate should be towards a solution. Debate should not be about me versus me all our lives. So much time has gone by. But I'm seeing for the first time, this is really wonderful to see. As I said, we passed through 7 states, 6 different parties, but all of them speaking in one voice, especially in Karnataka. I have to say this, because when I was in Karnataka, everywhere it was so, but in Karnataka this happened in a dramatic way. The present Chief Minister was there, Sri Siddaramaiah was there, and the former Chief Minister was sitting next to him, and an aspiring Chief Minister was sitting next to him.
Okay.
Right now it's election time, there's a lot of heat on the ground. But they sat together and spoke in one voice, and they rallied for rivers, which is wonderful. If we had displayed this level of maturity for the last 70 years, a lot could have happened.
Absolutely.